I love the snow!
Hi!
Oh, going to the barrier.
My bad!
Welcome to our weekend warm-up on Mission Park Cares.
For kids, this last week was a winter wonderland, but for a lot of us, it was an experience we'll never forget.
Kristen, you know it's been over 35 years since we've seen this much snow in San Antonio, Texas.
Events like this teach us to celebrate the time we have together and treasure the memories of those we love so much.
So today, we'd like to take a few moments to pay tribute to a true Texas gentleman.
Jim Gorman was a true friend to the Tips family, and he'll live in our hearts forever.
James Ward Gorman Jr., born in Wichita Falls, Texas, the son of Wardy and Polly Gorman, met his future wife, Tina Kane, while attending the University of Oklahoma. When he graduated, he married his sweetheart Tina and received a commission in the United States Air Force as a second lieutenant. Soon, he was deployed to serve in the Korean War. After returning from active duty, Jim and Tina settled in San Antonio, where Jim went to work in his father's oil business. During that time, they were blessed with 3 children, Jimmy, David, and Amy. After the downturn in the oil business in 1963, Jim obtained his securities license and started a new career. He opened Gorman Enterprises, pursuing business interests in banking, venture capital, farming and ranching, oil and gas, and real estate. With equal enthusiasm, he involved himself in countless philanthropic and community interests, investing both his time and treasure. With his outgoing personality, optimism, and down-home wisdom, he made lasting friends here and throughout the world and in all walks of life. Jim had a particular interest in research and medicine. He was the longest-serving trustee on the board of Texas Biomedical Research Institute. He was instrumental in the creation of its Founders Council and supported Tina when she co-founded the Texas Biomedical Forum to help support the institute. Jim was a man of strong faith. He supported a number of local churches and synagogues and enjoyed wonderful friendships with many of the preachers, fathers, priests, rabbis, and sisters across the city of San Antonio. Jim was a true outdoorsman with a love for hunting white-tailed bucks, fishing for speckled trout, and shooting dove with his faithful black Labrador retriever. He was a world-class talent with a shotgun, winning competitions in Mexico, Italy, Spain, and the United States, qualifying for the 1980 Olympic trap shooting team. This year, Jim and Tina celebrated the 68th anniversary of an exemplary marriage of faithful support, dedication, devotion, and love. James Ward Gorman Jr. passed away peacefully at his home in San Antonio at the age of 90. One might think the world is dimmer now without him, but that is not the case. In fact, it's brighter than ever. Having infused all of us with his light and love, we are now 1,000,000 candles carrying his legacy forward and making the world a better place.
Well, Tina, let me express my deep sorrow on the passing of Jim. Both of you who contributed so much to our community, given so much of your life to our country. I can't express how strong I feel about your contribution and Jim's contribution.
And Jim, I know that you're in heaven, and I'm going to ask you to take just a minute from bending God's ear about the price of oil and listen to all these wonderful tributes that people have for you. We all miss you from the depth of our heart.
The truth is, and you already know it, Jim, that you're in a better place. And for one thing, you're probably in a place where it rains. We haven't had a rain in about a year.
I think what was unique about Jim is his inherent internal goodness.
Every time it was time to hang up the phone or walk away after a meeting, he said very simple words, "I love you." That meant all the things in the world to me.
Tina, I would just say that Jim was just one fine man. I just loved him to death. I know the whole Lewis family joins me in telling you that we'll miss him, and we're thinking of you and all your family during this tough time.
Just want to tell you we love you, love Jim. You're up there. God bless you, man.
His personality was magnetic, and you couldn't help but love Jim. The way he spoke to you, the way he cared for you.
I consider Jim Gorman one of my life heroes, somebody I always wanted to be like.
I was fortunate enough to talk to him 3 or 4 weeks ago, just checking on him, and you know, first thing he says is, "How are you doing, Steve?" You know, and both Jim and Tina are just the most special people in San Antonio to me.
Tina, on behalf of all of the Cavaliers and as commander, I would like for you to know that you have our absolute heartfelt condolences. We're all sad today. The whole organization mourns in Jim's passing, and he will be greatly missed and can never possibly be replaced.
I'm honored to be here today to celebrate Jim's life and pass along my sincerest sympathies and condolences as we mourn Jim leaving this world, but we celebrate all the wonderful gifts that he gave all of us here in San Antonio. We love you, Jim. We love you, Tina, and we love the entire Gorman family.
He was a true gentleman. And some of the sentences out of The True Gentleman make me think of Jim. The true gentleman is the man whose deeds follow his word, who thinks of the rights and feelings of others rather than his own, and whose honor is sacred and virtue safe. And to me, that is what a true gentleman's all about, and that's what Jim Gorman was all about.
Now, let's pay tribute to more lives well lived.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Yeah, there will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares, and we invite you to honor the ones you love with a special tribute just like the one you just saw.
All you have to do is go to missionparks.com and click on the Mission Park Cares tab.
It's that easy to pay tribute to your loved ones on television. And Kristen, will you take us back to the Voigt auction to show us a little bit about the Texas Biomed auction coming up?
I'd be honored to. Let's go. Hi, we're here with Rob Voigt at Voigt Auction Gallery right here in San Antonio. Thank you for being with us.
Appreciate being here.
So Rob, what does it take to run an auction house? I mean, where do you get all these treasures?
It comes from a bunch of different places, but mainly homes and families here in San Antonio, and in fact all around Texas, people that are downsizing, someone's passed away, and then in some cases divorce. And so these pieces come to auction, and we try to get the most money for our clients.
You know, we've all heard of Antique Roadshow. How do you price things? How do you know what they should sell for, the value should be?
We do basically that same thing. So I'm an appraiser, we have other appraisers, and there's a whole different group of categories, of course, from silver to fine jewelry, watches, certainly furniture and decorative arts pieces. I mean, it's just experience. Obviously, these days with the internet, we have a lot of resources we can go to and find current fair market values, but the market is always changing.
So as we look around, we see a lot of furniture and household items, but like, what's the range? What can we expect to see come out of this auction house?
Anything that you might find in a home or in a group of personal property assets, from the dining tables to the mirrors on the wall, clocks, rugs, and then now more and more fine jewelry, watches, firearms, coins, anything that's a commodity but that can be sold on the open market these days, but pretty much everything from a house.
So if somebody wants to come down and bid, I mean, do you have to be registered or a wholesaler? How do they do that?
It's totally open to the public. Anyone can come in and look at everything. We give sort of price guides, you know, just suggested estimates of what things will go for. And there's a whole variety of prices and things like that. It's just like an old traditional auction house. You get a bid card, you come in, you want to buy something, you just put the card in the air.
So if you can't come down and hold up a bid card,
right,
how else can you get involved?
Everything is now online. So really you can go to our website, you can see pictures, multiple pictures of everything up for sale in any given auction, and even bid live online these days, which hundreds and hundreds of people do. In each auction, we may have 150 people sitting there, but we have another 800 people online. And in real time, you can see a live stream of the auction, like a TV show, and then you can actually hit that button right there on your phone or computer if you want to bid.
Rob, I see what we have here, but can we walk around and see some of the treasures that are coming up for auction?
Sure, yeah, let's go.
Rob, I'm excited to talk about the partnership between the Texas Biomedical Forum and Vote Auction and your help.
Yeah, it's a special year, so this is a very interesting special event that you put together. We're so happy about that and happy for the association, obviously. What you guys are doing down at Texas Biomed is more relevant than ever, of course, and so we're happy to be part of that. It's going to be an interesting event, and we're looking for interesting things to sell. Obviously, jewelry, art, antiques, these kinds of things. If people would like to donate those type of things, that's exactly what we're looking for.
Your contribution is you're leaving the hammer price up to the organization, the charity, to help in our efforts of saving the world from infectious diseases.
If you donate something, then you get to choose the percentage of what we sell it for goes to charity versus goes to you. So it's really up to you, but it's a nice flexibility.
And you make it really easy for people to donate an item.
So it's just like anything. If you just send me the photos, or if you just want me to take a look at what you have, then I'll just let you know, hey, yes, this is a great candidate for a donation to this special event, and then what we think we might get for it, and have that conversation.
Okay, so let's let everyone know, what are the deadlines and when is the auction?
Right, so we're looking for contributions to be in by March 5th. March 5th, so that's sort of the drop dead date, because we have a whole lot of cataloging and other kind of stuff to do to get ready for the big event, which is May 1st. It's going to be such a high profile thing. So many people are excited about it and watching it. So if you'd like to get involved, this is a fun one. This is an exciting one, and again, never more relevant.
Absolutely. You know, just as our trustees, we're marching toward a wall, just thinking, how are we going to make this work? Because the gala is our largest fundraiser of the year. We were able to climb the wall, and that was because of your help, and we are very grateful to you for that.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity, and again, thank you for having this wonderful, innovative idea in a year that really needs those kinds of things. So it's going to work. It's going to be great.
So how can people participate? What are the options?
Sure. So we're going to have a socially distanced preview. We're going to have all the things out here in the gallery. You can see them yourself at your leisure a couple days before the auction. Also, you can see them on our website. And for the auction itself, yes, you can be here in person, but really it's more of an online thing. It'll be live online. You can also be live on the telephone. So lots of ways to participate in this event.
Rob, thank you so much for being a part of this and everything you're doing to help our community and the Forum and the Texas Biomedical Research Institute. We are very grateful for you and all you do for the community.
It's an honor to even be associated with it, and thank you to you and Mission Park and everything you guys do too. I'm really looking forward to it May 1st.
Thank you.
Now let's listen to Maggie and Callan while we honor the lives of those we love.
Amen. Amen.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares. Dick, we've all been watching the news this week. Will you introduce us to one of the most award-winning news anchors in San Antonio, Randy Beamer?
It'd be my pleasure. Here I am with my good friend Randy Beamer, and I tell you what, normally each and every year I look forward to being down at the little Fairmont Hotel, the Jewel of San Antonio with you. And so now that I'm with Randy Beamer, you've got to know one thing about it. Randy not only is the voice of San Antonio and keeping the peace for all of us here in San Antonio, he's from Normal, Illinois.
Born and raised in Normal. You would not believe that I'm normal, but loved it there, middle America, small town, right on the edge of Normal, actually. And then, but got to San Antonio as soon as I could. Left for a little while, missed San Antonio, came back. Been here now at Channel 4 31 years.
What was your first job?
First job was in college, in TV. Was in college when I was a junior as a photographer. And then that was part-time. And then senior year, got a full-time at the NBC station there as a photographer first, and then as a reporter and photographer. After that, came down to San Antonio. Just loved the closeness of the people, how people are interested in the community, more of a family feel. And so that's what I love to share about San Antonio these days.
I mean, you do a fantastic job. You've done so much for all of our community, all of our city. You've got Beamer's World, is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to edit this, so this is a good place to edit. I like to shoot. Sure. I used to call it Beamer's World, and now it's basically San Antonio's voice. But I get to go out and do stories and interview people like you. Try to connect people with each other here in San Antonio, because that's the best thing we can do in local news, is really show people what they can't get out to see or what they might want to see if they had the chance, and we have this incredible opportunity and platform, so that's what I love to do.
Randy, you know, thinking back to some of the most memorable stories that you've ever kind of come across, could you share a couple of those with us maybe?
What's odd is I'm old enough to have gone to the Central American Civil Wars. In 1983, went down there when Henry Cisneros was part of the commission. Went down there and went to El Salvador and Nicaragua, where they had wars and were able to go across a demilitarized zone, basically. Then Iraq, fast forward, went to Iraq with the incredible people from Wilford Hall who were running a tent hospital. And it's so different that insurgents, you know, could be anywhere, and they were lobbing mortars and shells across and onto the air base of Balad. So I learned the difference between the sound of a mortar whistling over your head and a rocket thumping over your head, and to see the difference in that. But most of the stories that I love and remember are about just everyday San Antonians. Stories like you just did on the painter, the artist who is a police officer. Right. Those are the kind of things as well that I love to do. I've done a story on you because you're such a character. And I love to tell the stories of this Mission Park funeral home guy. You break a stereotype where people think of, you know, funeral home directors maybe as dour and humorless and colorless. And it's great to see. I think we need more characters in San Antonio like you.
Well, Randy, as you know, 2020 is in our rearview mirror, and we're looking right down 2021, the road in front of us. And, you know, we're all starting out and thinking for the best, and we're going to do what's best, because that's just human nature. What are you looking forward to in 2021, my friend?
I'm looking forward to doing all kinds of different stories, positive, upbeat stories with people that you don't have to shoot through a mask, and to be able to focus on those kinds of stories as we come back, as we shake off the doldrums of the pandemic.
Hey, Randy, I don't want you to think that this is an obituary.
It sounds like an obituary.
Thank you for decades of incredible service to our community and incredible service to all the people that you come in contact with. And you, by the way, you're a friend to everybody, and everybody feels comfortable being around you, and that's the truth.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And the same goes for you. You provide a service that's really important. We just do the news. But I appreciate your time and your kind words.
Welcome back to Mission Park Cares.
Kristen, after all this snow, let's go see what Luca is whipping up this weekend at Nona.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, I have a fantastic surprise. Sunday is here, and family are all at home looking for stuff to do around all together. Well, Nonna is coming to help you. Today, I will show you one of the preparations that go on our menu. It's called antipastone. It's the perfect dish to share with your family. We're gonna start with warming up our asparagus in the pizza oven behind me. So here I have a metal plate. I'm gonna put my asparagus on it. It's very important every time that we prepare a dish with different components to make sure to season every component properly. So I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on my asparagus and some basic seasoning, some salt and some pepper. Like that. Follow me. We're getting close to our fryer where I will be putting the cauliflower and the asparagus straight in the oven. All right, fantastic. Our next step is the fried pizza dough, or like they call it in Naples, scugnizzi, little kids. And with the help of a knife, I'm just gonna cut little strips of it, like a little breadstick. So I'm gonna put them on my plate, like so, and we will fry them at 350 degrees. So follow me to the fryer again. We're gonna be frying the scugnizzi. We're gonna put the basket in the oil already, so the scugnizzi are not gonna stick to the metal of the basket. Make sure that you don't splash it. It has to be like a gentle drop. Fantastic. Let's check on the asparagus. Beautiful, the asparagus are ready. Okay guys, now we're ready to plate our antipastone plate. So let's start with the asparagus, okay? I'm gonna use the side of the plate like this. After that, we're gonna go with the cauliflower. Look how beautiful the color of this cauliflower. Brown and gold, perfectly fried. We're gonna put it right here close to the asparagus. Next, we're gonna go with the scugnizzi, the fried pizza dough. We're gonna put these at the center of the plate. They're gonna create a bed on top of which we're gonna put our burrata cheese. I'm drooling already. Next component is the prosciutto San Daniele. In every family, on Sunday morning, there's a plate of prosciutto on the table. Believe me if I'm telling you that. So the difference between prosciutto and ham is in the way they get cured or cooked. It's the same cut of the pork, but prosciutto get cured in salt for several months, while ham get cooked. What a beautiful color, this prosciutto. Okay, last component for the vegetable are our sun-dried tomatoes and Kalamata olives. Now we're gonna start seasoning everything on our plate. I have some basil alioli. It's like a mayonnaise with some basil in it, some lemon juice, some garlic, some shallots. And we're gonna drizzle it on the asparagus, like that. Then we're gonna grate some fresh Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano, on top of the fried cauliflower. Our next step is gonna be putting the burrata on top of our plate. The burrata is a very creamy mozzarella. So for this preparation, I wanna cut it down and show you how you can season it in a bowl. I'm gonna smash it with a fork, like so, almost to create a spread, a mozzarella spread. How delicious that look. And now the burrata is gonna go on top of our fried bread. Guys, this plate looks fantastic. Color are vibrant. There's a lot of vegetable. There's a prosciutto. There's the burrata cheese. What a great start for your Sunday brunch together with your family.
Luca, that looked mighty tasty.
Dick, I know that the snowstorm was difficult to handle while it was here, but now that it's over, I'll never forget it.
You're so right. Memories really do last a lifetime, and that's what Mission Park is all about. And we're here to help families preserve their memories from one generation to the next.
Well, I'm glad that we got to share some great memories with our kids this week.
So here we have Delta, Bravo, and Charlie.
Thank you for watching, and remember, at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.
Meet my friend, Olaf.
Oh no!